What up, Crusted Crew? Part 3, baby. Outer Worlds, Hedgehog Worlds, whatever I'm gonna call it, because I don't care. Jumping right into it, yo. Alright, so we're in. If you're just now tuning in, we have reached Edgewater, where they pay for their own grave sites, kind of like we do. But you know, I'm trying to find a power regulator, I believe, and I'm taking on some side jobs, killing some of my rooters, and oh yeah, make some dudes pay some debts.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
Spacer's choice takes care of its own.
That's a very communist. Look at that poster.
Staying long?
It's cool. This is a neat little town. Not a lot of people here. Oh.
Had your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Okay, I got. This is my first bounty. Your boy, no barber. What up?
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs.
Well, excuse me, princess.
Moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
That's it. I can show you my hands. Okay, this game 10 out of 5 stars, bruh. I gotta take a picture of this, yo. Put it in the work group me. That's my option.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
What the? This is so cool, yo. I'm sorry, I'm away from the mic. Yeah. Dang. Alright, I'm here to collect them dues, yo.
Gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
My boy, you can throw all these big words. You want to. It just means you're broke.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Dang. Should I be the good guy or the bad guy? I'm the good guy.
I have to be, if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of corporate. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hey, bruh, I didn't think I was gonna get feels from this game, yo. Medical rights?
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
You look, I'm not a terrible person. Reception. Shot itself, this is bad. Company's gonna have to call for what it is, destruction of Spacer's Choice property. Eugene was an asset and somebody who has to pay his body prices. This is gonna ruin ourselves, thinking that we pawn off his teeth. Eugene had a full set of gold teeth, heirlooms passed by his family or something. Process his body right. Just dig around Prime Out. We sell the teeth somewhere nice and quiet. Used to pay his body price, and nobody's the wiser. What do you think? Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Waggle your eyebrows. This Eugene.
Hey, I saw that. What do you think you're doing?
Oh.
I don't have time for this.
Oh. Bro, I forgot how to play Fallout. I forget. Yeah, I don't like that music here. Or that sound effect. It's not really very good art style.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Don't let the boss catch you saying that.
Oh. Uh-huh. Guitar riff there. Mechanical engineer. Okay. Dope. Can I go to sleep? I can sleep. It's like Fallout. am I here for? What was that?
Just between us,
Oh.
Wilson deserted. Lost.
I'm guessing that's how you, yeah, leave. This game is really good, guys. Get it. Ugh! Bro, imagine that running around your house. I ain't paying rent. Maintenance fees are set from your pay. Really? Only you. Taste of freedom. Finishing. Got a little Bioshock in it. What is Adreno? Oh, okay. Right. Those slips, pink slips. Well, that color changed drastically. Where am I at? I just wandered into a building and I'm just like, yo. Okay, that's a explosive container. What's this? Oh. Is it hurting me? It's hurting me, okay. Okay, gotta find a way to turn that off. Do I just blow it up? I bet I gotta blow it up. I'm gonna blow it up. Okay. Well, how do I get it? thingy over here. Yeah, I stole it. There's a bathroom? It's the bathroom. Okay. Ooh, what's in here? Oh. Hey, what up? Hey, I went downstairs trying to steal your thing. Hey, bro, but how do you get it?
Some sort of freelancer?
Wish. Oops. Medical privileges are strictly merit-based. Please do not, in any circumstance, distribute your rational medication to anyone while in this together. Bro, this starting to sound like work. Oh boy, may be watching.
You the new worker?
Nope.
Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
That's why your head's square.
Foreman Granger, mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you.
I'm gonna quit playing with you. Give me them fees.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Ooh.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be.
What is this?
Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative.
What?
Which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker. Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death.
Oh.
I found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
What?
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Huh.
Well, excuse you. I'll have you know, Eugene was an asset to us all. May his atoms be commended to the law. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
Hardcore, my guy. Girl, whatever. What's in here? Ooh, a microwave. Series of pills, not right. Every day, this shit worthless. Wow. Physical illness. Recap. Recapitulates. Spiritual weakness. Recapitulates. New word vocabulary. What up? Well. Ooh, what's in here? Yeah. Yeah.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir.
What
You
the?
asked why it's taking so long to fix. The
Hold up.
answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words for me.
The cans bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson, I think there's someone here to see you.
Focus, Miss Holcomb. You and I are still talking. Let's start over. Walk me through the process. Show me where it's going awry.
Well, sure. It's, mostly on account of what we're feeding into the mechanism.
It puts food in cans. We have food, we have cans. Why won't it work like we need?
She's expecting saltuna of a certain size. We're filling the cans with, well, not fish.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself. You were saying, Miss Holcomb.
It's just what Bess needs is a proper refurbish. I can bandage her up and what all, but she's just old. Sorry, I'm sorry. I'll do better.
And I do wish you'd stop referring to our cannery as Bess. Personification of company property is strictly contrary to the Spacer's Choice Code of Conduct. My apologies. I am not in the habit of allowing my guests to witness such a row. Now, what can I do for you?
You can start an
I'm Reed
introduction.
Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
I don't work.
Of course not. I don't have that kind of luck. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let me guess, you want me to do something for you before you'll help me?
My proposition benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
Huh.
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
What a surprise, we'll never guess.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
Ah. Why?
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
I've seen Edgewater. I don't blame those workers for walking out.
Neither do I. The fault was entirely mine. I pushed them too hard. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her that
Adelaide.
the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
How do I recognize this girl?
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
Oh, a lot of these, all three of these are good options.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Can't make any promises, my boy.
Of course, I understand completely. Here, let me give you the passcode to the geothermal plant. A sign of good faith, for so politely listening to me as I ramble on.
Are you setting off for the Vale? Because I know my way around. I mean, in case you want a guide. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented, and may prove useful to you.
Huh.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators
Oh,
and
okay.
airplanes and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Yay. Yay, we got a companion. I guess that's the end of part 3. Join us for part 4. Hold up. Okay, I'm sorry. Join us for part 4. Can I? Thank you. Join us for part 4.